This is the Ferrari 308 GTS. GTS was first created in 1977 and it ran until 1985. And as you can see, it's in the original 70s colour of Marron Dino Metallizzato.
This car is a 1980 steel-bodied carburettor car. Yes, the proper one. Slightly heavier than the fiberglass model that came before it, but nevertheless an amazing, iconic Ferrari.
Now, those of you in the know will know that the 308 was the largest selling Ferrari up until the 360 Modena came out. They sold over 12,000 of these in the various guises of GTB, GTS and Quattro Valvolve. This metallic brown example has been lent to us by Car Guys fan Andy, and we are extremely excited to get in it. It's a left-hand drive example. It's just been brought over from Italy. It is mechanically perfect.
Welcome to the Car Guys, and in this episode of Drive Every Ferrari, the best Ferrari, the Magnum Ferrari, that's right, the 308 GTS.
Now, I know what you're thinking, what a pretty beast this 308 GTS is, and you would be right. This car was designed at the Pininfarina styling house by none other than Leonardo Fioravanti.
Ooh, very nice pronunciation.
Was it? I don't know. Leonardo Fioravanti.
DiCaprio?
Leonardo Fioravanti. Leonardo Fioravanti.
He's an opera singer. Amazing guy. Big fat lad.
So that's the same dude that created the Daytona and also the 288 GTO. Bet you didn't know that, did you?
No, didn't know that. That's amazing. That's good facts.
And as Jason said, this is of course the Magnum Ferrari in bright red, not dark brown. But dark brown does at least date this to a 70s spec, which obviously these days is all the rage.
Unless you've got bathroom suite, in which case it's not all the rage.
So Jason, what do you think of the 308 GTS?
Oh my God, I love this car. I love this car.
Look at it, it's so small and lovely and pointy and
Since I was
smooth.
11 years old and that first episode came on, this is a dream day. So today is either going to go one of two ways, right?
Fireball off the side of the road?
No. More, well, maybe. We haven't driven it yet, maybe. No, this is either going to mean that I'm going to end up spending 90 grand or I'm going to cross it off the list.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's the great thing about doing the Car Guys and doing Drive Every Ferrari is that you get to make those decisions.
You get to meet your heroes, and in this case, this is one of Jason's.
Absolutely.
Now, what I particularly love about this car, obviously pop-up headlights. I love the fact that there's these cut-out shapes through the door and back to the vents to help cool that lovely V8 transverse engine. I love the period features inside the car. You've got lots of Bakelite switches going on. You've got an unadorned thin steering wheel, incredible Cannonball Run style dials, just like that Daytona.
Amazing.
Oh, with special multicolored needles. You've also got these fabulous little grills here at the quarter lights. One of them that you can open up so you can see better, and one of them you open up to put petrol in.
I would use the word festooned when talking about the grills on this car. There are quite a number of grills. We have grills above the headlights, we have grills behind the seats, we have grills on the engine cover, can we call it that? There's grills across the front, grills across the back. I mean, they went in big time on grills.
They love a bit of grill.
Didn't they?
Yeah. And here we are. Here is the transverse mounted 2.9 litre V8 engine. Carburettors, none of your Bosch fuel injection on this puppy.
It's a monster, isn't it? What I love about these old 80s era cars is that I can actually see the ground through the engine.
Oh yeah, look at that.
There's everything, it's all accessible. You can see everything. Tiny little header tank here, look.
Yep.
And this interesting engine brace, which I'm assuming is to stop the engine from doing this too much and shaking the car to pieces.
So this car develops 255 brake horsepower, and when they added Bosch fuel injection to them, that actually dropped down to 200 211, which is not a lot and quite weedy really for a Ferrari. But fortunately, then Ferrari thought, aha, so they brought out the Quattro Valvolvi, and that brought it back up to 237.
Interesting, isn't it? So in 1980, which is the same age as the Talbot 2 litre 4-cylinder runs 240 horsepower. And this is a V8.
2.9 giving you 255. Interesting. And because this is a carburettor car, I'm expecting this car to sound fantastic.
This is the start of the V8, proper run of the V8 small Ferraris.
Exactly. You had the 308 GT4, which was that sort of like slightly odd looking one that not many people bought. And then suddenly they nailed it with this. It was slippery, it was smooth, it was beautiful, it was quite cheap for the time, and it was relatively fast. Early cars were glass fibre, known as vetro resina, and just over 700 were produced in that material before it was changed to steel in 1977. And this allowed for the introduction of the GTS. Steel cars were of course heavier, but not by as much as was reported at the time, perhaps only 15 kilograms instead of the 150 kilograms often claimed. Ferrari really hit a home run with this car, which is why they sold over 12,000. Now this car weighs a little over 1,200 kilograms, and that 255 brake horsepower can therefore shove this thing along 6.5 seconds 0 to 60 and onto a top speed of 156 miles an hour.
Still pretty quick.
Is it though?
Well,
is that quick?
I mean, I wouldn't want to do 156 in this, would you?
Not really. Now obviously it's a naturally aspirated engine, which is what you want. You've got carburettors throwing unburnt fuel all over the place.
So here we are in the guts of the car, looking at all this wonderful Ferrari-ness. How the hell Tom Selleck at 6 foot plus got into and out of this car, I will never know. He must have had some sort of special seat, because frankly, look, knees, steering wheel, interface. But the most important thing, dogleg gearbox, perfect H-gate. I mean, I can't wait. I'm literally on the edge of my seat, because otherwise I can't fit in the bloody thing. This is quite nice actually. The pulls for opening the bonnet and the boot got nice embossed Ferrari horses on them, which is very lovely. Lovely Baker-like bits and pieces. Not entirely sure that the design house spent a lot of time on these bits, but they're functional nonetheless. Sitting here with the steering wheel, I can't see oil temperature or water temperature, which could be a problem. Hopefully not. But I can see the red line. So we seem to have saddlebags on the inside of the doors. Head height is going to be an issue if we have to put the roof on, which, you know, this is the car, guys. We are driving a convertible, so obviously it's about to rain. I've got a feeling that my head sticks up above the windscreen, so this may cause us a problem. So that's it really. I suppose the only thing that remains for us to do is to take it out for a drive. What do you think?
Here we are then, open road, the sun is shining, Ferrari 308 GTS. This is it. This is what Drive Every Ferrari is all about.
It doesn't get much better than this, does it? Let's be honest.
No. Oh, it's fantastic, isn't it? Wow. It does feel really nimble on these roads. Oh. Still got a bit of punch.
It's quite a small car as well, which is great about it.
Yeah, it's good for this size roads, British B roads, not too wide. It's only 1.7 metres wide, so it's eminently chuckable.
I mean, you can see why the carburettor cars go for more money, can't you? Just that intake noise, it's just fabulous.
Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes.
Yes?
This is Magnum PI. We are properly in the experience now.
Are we going to, is this going to cost me a lot of money?
I think it could do.
Oh.
Because it feels really nice and modern compared to what I expected. I thought an old car like this, 1980, for goodness sake, I thought that was going to be, it was going to feel archaic, but actually, immediately, I know this is a good example, but immediately it actually feels modern and smooth and soft, and the responses are immediate. Oh, it sounds so good. It's such a sound of the 70s, isn't it?
It's amazing. I'm loving it. Oh, it's quite sprightly.
Well, yeah, I mean, it is not the fastest Ferrari in the world, obviously, but it's enough for you to have great fun and not get into serious speeds. So you can just rev the nuts off it, and you're not going to lose your license much. Oh, I see what you mean about the dials as well. You literally cannot see the vital dials that you need to see if your car is about to explode.
Or
they're hidden.
Or if it's run out of petrol.
Yeah, that's quite entertaining.
Yeah.
Oh, listen to that. That is a carburettor car, all right.
You can smell it as well. Can you smell it? All that fuel.
Oh, it smells like a refinery.
And at £2 a gallon. The ride quality is excellent.
It really is, isn't it? It's so
really
smooth.
Good.
It's independent wishbones all round. You've got coil springs, anti-roll bars. Brakes are not the greatest that I've ever seen. So the brakes do feel a little bit insubstantial. Oh, I need to try and work on the old heel and toe there to work out where it is. It's a little bit tight down in the pedal box is what I would say there. Oh yeah, can you smell the fuel now? A big waft of fuel as you pull up. Oh yes,
that's
what you want.
Unburnt fuel.
Yeah, so we've got air conditioning, which actually works in this one, which is exceptionally rare because you can't regas them now. So if this goes, you have to replace the whole system. Yeah, at quite an expense.
Power steering?
No, not power steering.
No.
This is something we are not have.
No.
And here we go, we're in second gear.
Beanage?
Would you like some beans?
Beanage, please.
I think we will.
I tell you what, it sounds fabulous, doesn't it?
Oh, wow. We have no idea what it's like on tight bends. Let's find out. Surprisingly good, actually.
Oh, okay.
Let's see what the cornering's like. My chair just went back 2 notches.
I think this is a real sweet spot. I think it's right on the money.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure if I'd have a 328 instead.
Well, that's the question, isn't it? I think the 308 is the purer beast. And if you did want to don a Tom Selleck wig, you'd have to get a 308 because it's a common misconception that it was the 308, not the 328.
Yeah. I like that there's not a lot of wind buffering. I think it's because we're sitting so close. I mean, if we brake hard, I'm going to headbutt the windshield.
Yeah, you're going to chop the top of your head off.
Yeah.
I'm basically going to get a haircut, you're going to get a lobotomy. And if it does start to rain, we just have to slip out this panel behind us.
Okay, so can we talk about the panel?
Yeah, sure.
Now, Andy, who owns this car,
Yep.
was very off the cuff with the just slip it out from behind the seats and clip it in, kind of nonchalantly.
Yeah.
Just when, if it starts to rain, just literally slip it out, 2 clips at the back and you're done.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. My experience with Targa roofs, a certain 911 Targa, they're not that easy actually to do, and in the end you end up swearing at it at least 5 times.
Lots of nipping of skin.
There's lots of missing fingernails, smashing into the roof as opposed to putting the pegs in the holes.
Right.
Yeah, I think he underestimated our ability, or should I say overestimated our ability to put on roofs.
Yeah, he doesn't know us at all, does he? So as you can see now, it's time for Jason to drive the 308.
Proper old manly handbrake, can't see anything out the mirrors at all.
Now I think you're going to quite like this.
Oh God, this is too nice.
Well, you can actually hear the engine better in the passenger seat.
It's lovely, isn't it?
Yeah,
you get a real roar.
There is no finer day than this. It's a great day to drive every Ferrari.
This is a great day to drive anything. You see, when you sit on the passenger side, you can see how far forward this steering wheel's raked.
Yeah.
It's almost like a bus.
It's like the F40.
Yeah, but when you're in here, you don't get any of that.
It just feels completely natural, doesn't it?
It's amazing. It's all fingertippy as well, which is wonderful. You can feel that it's a light car, which is lovely. That it wants to respond to you. Yeah, the brakes aren't exactly the best things in sliced bread, but you know.
Oh yeah, I bet this is a classic Harry Metcalf corner.
Guaranteed.
Let's get some Jason-sized beans. I'll put the bike back here.
That's very special, isn't it?
Did you like that?
I love that.
Come on, tell us exactly how that felt.
Felt amazing. Felt like I was in Hawaii then for a minute.
So what do we like? We like the looks of the thing from the outside. It's very pretty.
Yeah.
We love the engine noise. We love the steering feel, the ride comfort, the handling. Oh, yes. Oh, sweet, sweet thing.
It's amazing.
And then what do we not like?
These, with my extended arsage at my age, these seats are a little bit nip and tuck.
Yeah, that's true.
The brakes aren't exactly fabulous, but that's something you can work around.
The lack of power doesn't really matter much because it matches the whole feel of the car. You don't really want this to be so fast that it'll fly off.
No, I think it's got just the right amount of power. Look, what's that?
I believe that was my 718 Spider being ragged the shit out of.
Oh, amazing.
Oh yeah, look at this. Check this corner. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Look at that. And then just so good through there.
Yeah, it's so good through there.
I really never much cared for this car. Didn't ever really care if I ever drove one.
Really?
Yeah, I had no interest really. I know there was the fun factor of doing a Magnum PI montage, which we probably should still do because we did do the Night Rider one.
We should. Yeah,
we've still got the wig.
Yeah.
So we need the wig. But I never really had a great desire to own one. I never really cared if I ever drove one. But that's what Drive Every Ferrari is doing. It's forcing you to go back, and actually you're discovering that doesn't matter what corner of Ferrari's history you unearth, there's some sweet little gems in there. So Jason, we've had a day with the 308 GTS, a beautiful day as it turned out.
Yes.
Massive thanks obviously to Andy for letting us borrow his pristine 1980 version. What would you say are your final thoughts?
They say don't meet your heroes. I've now done that twice with the F40 and the 308, and I have to say those people are talking utter nonsense. You should always meet your heroes because they may turn out to be the best things you've ever done. This car is tremendous, absolutely tremendous. It rides brilliantly. Those big balloon tyres help that. The clutch is lovely, the gear change is wonderful, the handling is not of its era. I actually would have said this handles a bit better than your 355.
I think it turns in better, and because it's lighter, it feels a little bit more darty as well. Yeah.
It's a pleasure to drive. This is not a car that you're going to go out and set your fastest time down your favourite lane.
No, you're not going to win any drag races with this one.
No. This is all about the driving experience at 35 miles an hour, isn't it?
So the big question, I suppose, is you said at the start of the day, could this day cost you £60,000? What would you say the answer is?
Yes.
It could, couldn't it?
It really could.
It could lead to one of these joining your ragtag collection of crazy cars.
Yeah, it really could.
And also, if you think about it, if you did get, for example, a red one, the number of times that we would dress up as priests and go on road trips would, I mean, that alone...
Are these bleeds?
I would take those rosary bleeds and stuff them up your nose. These bleeds? Those bleeds, yeah.
And those priests?
Weren't fathers. They were.
Their mothers. Just think of it. I mean, that alone is worth the entry price, kind of thing. And on that bombshell, it's back to the studio. Thank you for watching this episode on the Ferrari 308 GTS. I hope you enjoyed it.
Don't forget to subscribe, ding that notification bell for when we have another video uploaded. Find us on Twitter, Instagram, and don't forget the website where you can get that good merch.
There'll be another episode of The Car Guys next week.